Hello everyone, welcome to DevOps Digest. I am Sourav, a DevOps engineer from India with a passion for technology and driving automation. Today we are diving into optimizing infrastructure workflow with Terraform. Let's get started. Now before we dive in, let's take a quick look at our agenda. First, we'll introduce infrastructure as code, also known as IAC. What is it and why it matters? Then we'll explore many benefits of adopting IAC for infrastructure management. Next, we'll shift gears and discuss Terraform, a popular IAC tool. We'll delve into why Terraform is such a powerful choice for building and managing infrastructures. We'll also uncover how Terraform actually works under the hood. And finally, to solidify our understanding, we'll even get some hands-on experience with Terraform. Now imagine you need to set up a new server environment for your application. Traditionally, this involves manually configuring the server, installing softwares, and setting up security policies. This process can be time consuming, error prone, and difficult to replicate across multiple environments. That's where IAC comes in. IAC is a practice of managing and provisioning infrastructure through code. Instead of manual configuration, you define your infrastructure requirements in code files, describing virtual machines, software, networking components, and security settings. Think of it like a recipe. Just following the recipe instructions ensures you to get the same delicious dish every time. Similarly, with IAC, our configuration files guarantee we provision the same infrastructure environment consistently across the deployment. Let's explore some benefits of using IAC next. Speed and simplicity. Firstly, it accelerates the delivery and management lifecycle by eliminating manual processes. IAC makes it possible to spin up an entire infrastructure architecture by simply running a script. IAC allows its team members to collaborate on infrastructure configuration in the same way they would with application code. Code can be linked to issue tracking systems for further references. IAC minimize error or deviation when provisioning infrastructure. The standardized code ensures consistent setup, allowing application to run smoothly without constant admin oversight. With IAC, you can actually recover from disaster more rapidly because manual constructed infrastructure needs to be manually rebuilt. But with IAC, you can usually rerun scripts and have the same software provisioned again. How cool is that? IAC relies on automation that removes many security risks associated with human error. When an IAC-based solution is installed correctly, the overall security of your computing architecture and associated data improves massively. While there are many benefits of employing IAC, things like speed, accuracy, data visibility, and security are the key reasons that organizations choose to implement solutions like Terraform. Terraform is an open source infrastructure as code tool deployed by HashiCorp. It allows us to define and manage infrastructure resources in a declarative way. Now, what do I mean by declarative? It basically means you tell Terraform what you want, not how to get it. It's Terraform's job to get it done for you. This simplifies infrastructure management and reduces error. Terraforms work with a wide range of cloud providers and services, allowing you to manage infrastructure across different platforms. It is an open source tool written in Go and developed by HashiCorp. Now let's discuss why do we use Terraform for IAC too. As we discussed earlier, automation is one of the main advantages of infrastructure as code. Terraform automates the provisioning and management of your infrastructure. This saves you time and efforts compared to manual configuration and reduces the risk of human error. State management. Terraform keeps track of the created infrastructure resources. This allows you to track easily the changes, manages dependencies, and revert to previous configuration if needed. Terraform is a cloud agnostic tool. This means it can work with various providers like AWS, Azure, GCP, and many more. You can define your infrastructure once and deploy it across different cloud providers with minimal changes. Terraform also allows you to break down your infrastructure into reusable modules. This promotes code reusability, improves organization, and simplifies complex deployments. Terraform configuration file can be version controlled like any other code. This allows you to track changes, roll back to previous versions if needed, and collaborate efficiently on infrastructure projects. Collaboration. As we discussed, it is version controlled, so it is easier for a team to collaborate on an infrastructure project as they can navigate all the infrastructure in a configuration file rather than going to the console or portals to check what infra are using. All right, let's delve into the heart of Terraform, how it actually works. Terraform can be visualized as having two main parts, the core and the provider. The core is responsible for reading your configuration files, understanding the desired infrastructure state, and planning the execution. It manages the Terraform state, which acts as a resource of your infrastructure resources. And providers are like plugins that connect Terraform to specific platforms or infrastructure services like AWS, Azure, and GCP. They translate your configuration code into actions that the platform understands. Now let's discuss some steps to deploy infrastructure with Terraform. First being scope. First, we identify the infrastructure for our project. Then, a developer or a DevOps engineer write the configuration file for our infrastructure. After that, we install the plugin the Terraform needs to manage the infrastructure. Then we plan and preview the changes Terraform will make to match your configuration. Then, at last, we apply those changes and boom, our new infrastructure is ready. Here is a visual representation of how Terraform or IAC works. Once our configuration file is ready, we'll run Terraform init to initialize our project, followed by Terraform apply to create our infrastructure. Terraform will plan and execute the creation of the resources, providing a detailed output of the processes. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new today. You can also check out the links in the description for more resources and tutorials on Terraform and infrastructure as code. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. This was my time. Thank you for watching.